We're live? We're live. Maybe. I still don't see anything on my computer, though.
It's slightly delayed.
Are we live? We might be live. What's going on, Coyote Pack? We are live here from the Brave Wilderness offices. And the picture quality might look a little bit better today, right?
Yeah.
That's because we've got a really good camera.
We do.
A new microphone, so hopefully this is way better than it was before. Okay,
Yeah.
Hold on a second. I gotta get on the thing.
There we go.
Oh, there's
Nice.
that. And we've got some people already writing in. What's going on, Coyote Pack? Now, what I gotta get used to today is not looking there into the screen on
Right.
the camera or there on the thing. It is slightly delayed there, so we don't want to
Yeah.
look at that. I want to talk here and look there.
Straight at the camera. That's our production camera. That's what we use out in the field. Which
That's
is
what we're
amazing.
filming Animal Planet on now.
Yes.
That's an Animal Planet camera that we are talking into for this live stream. So hopefully that quality is pretty awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, now I have to remember how to use this thing. Let's see. Pop out chat. There we go. So this is going to eventually come up. I'm just going to say something to get this
go for it.
going.
You know, this is what, our 4th live stream that we've done?
No, third.
3rd. Okay. So I did one a few weeks ago, and I was using my phone to kind of look at the questions and such. That was a little clunky, but now I think we've got a really nice setup.
Yes, it's getting better and better. And our social media team told me that soon we're going to have more than one camera.
Oh, wow.
So we can cut back and forth and have different shots. Because you'll
Nice.
notice this shot is coming from a higher angle.
Right.
Before, it was on top of my computer, but
Yeah.
it wasn't as good of a camera.
Okay.
So we're going to be here for a solid 30 minutes today.
Yep.
All kinds of cool stuff to talk about. But before we even get into what we're talking about, I got to share a piece of fan art.
Okay.
This came in
Yes.
today. I got to share this with you guys. Okay, so this guy right here, that's Tristan Johnson. And Tristan sent one of the coolest things that has ever been sent as fan art. That is an executioner wasp etched, and then I don't know if he painted this or how he put that
Must have
on
painted
the
it,
wood.
yeah.
It's like a giant Christmas ornament. And I think he sent it before Christmas, but you know, the fan mail comes in these giant boxes.
Right.
And then we have to go through all of it. This is awesome, Tristan. Thank you so much. It is going to be hung up on the base camp set. Look at that. He even has little wasps
Yeah.
up here for decoration as
fantastic.
well. Super cool art, guys. Keep sending it in. We have so much art. Over the holiday break, I think everybody was making more art than ever before.
Yeah.
Because we got like 2 huge boxes from the post office, and they were like, how much art is going to keep coming? We're like, it's never ending.
Yeah,
It's never,
send more.
never going to end. Okay, so Mario, we've got some cool stuff that we are talking about today.
Yeah.
Some exciting episodes that are coming up on the YouTube channel.
Right.
Right.
We kind of have like a theme today, which is going to be Japanese giant salamanders.
That's right, Japanese giant salamanders. As you guys know, we went to Japan in the end of 2018. I know you all want to see me stung by the giant hornet, which we got that episode, but the real reason we went to Japan was to film the giant salamanders.
Right. They're probably one of the most fascinating species out there, and they're iconic. And we got really lucky in getting an excellent contact with one of the premier biologists that basically works with the salamanders. So those segments are going to be coming out this week, right?
Mm-hmm.
On Friday?
Yes, they start on Friday. We
Yep.
filmed a massive amount of content with the giant salamanders, and our first main episode, the big adventure episode that took us several days to produce, comes out Friday morning, 7 a.m. Eastern Time. Real quick, I just want to say we got a question in here from Press Start, and Press Start asks, will we ever come to East Texas one day? We will. We've been in East Texas before. Cleveland, Texas, remember?
Yeah,
But
that's
we,
right.
we will be back to Texas because we were trying to catch a huge alligator snapping turtle that we didn't manage to catch. So we have to return to catch that snapping turtle at some point in time.
Lots of cool species in Texas
Mm-hmm.
that we can definitely feature in the future.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, so the other thing that launched recently was the Brave Wilderness Adventure Kit, right? Some of you have gotten the Adventure Kit at this point. Actually, Mario, grab that Adventure Kit over there. I have one in my office. You guys would think that I would have boxes of these sitting around. No, they gave me one of them. This is my official Adventure Kit that's got all sorts of toys and cool stuff in it. But one thing that it comes with are the Brave Wilderness trading cards. So what they did give me a bunch of was packs of trading cards, and they said, you know, it'd be cool. What if you guys can collect the whole set while doing the live streams?
Yeah.
That would be pretty neat, right?
Yeah. like maybe we open a pack per live stream event?
Exactly. So
Nice.
there's your pack. This is my pack. Let's open them up and see what we got. Now, for those of you who don't know, this is officially our Brave Wilderness trading cards.
Yep.
Now, I collected basketball and baseball cards when I was a little kid. I also collected Jurassic Park cards and Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle cards. But to now be an adult, I guess a big kid, and to have our own trading cards, pretty cool, right?
Yeah, I've already started on my collection. Check that out.
Dude, you have more than I do.
Well, that's because
They probably give you the doubles, don't they?
I do get all the doubles.
All right, so what we're going to do, now there are 25 cards in the set total, 26 including the really rare Executioner Wasp, which is kind of like, it's called a lenticular card. If you move it, the insect actually moves.
Right.
So maybe we'll get lucky and get one, and I think like 1 out of every 20 packs has an Executioner Wasp.
Okay.
in it. So right now what we're going to do is we're going to open up a pack of cards, see what cards we get, and we're going to start collecting these and try to get the entire set while doing live streams.
Nice.
Sound good?
All right, and this is of course only Series 1.
Series 1. Series 2 is in development right now.
All right.
All right,
Here we go.
I'm sure you guys want to watch us open up packs of cards. You always get a checklist. That lets you know what other cards are in the set.
Okay.
Oh, man.
Ooh, I
some
got a
pretty good
new
ones.
one.
What'd you get?
All right. Oh, another. All right. 2 solid ones. Eastern Hellbender.
I got the Eastern Hellbender, too.
Nice.
So we basically just opened up, I think we just opened up the same pack of cards. I got the same exact pack that you just got.
We did.
We did. Well, here's a good thing to note, is that certain animals have different rarity, right? So Bullet Ant, which we actually both got, is actually pretty rare, and so is the Hellbender. Show them the Bullet Ant.
Check
Love
that out.
one. So things like the Execution Wasp, I believe things like Coyote is rather common. The Snapping Turtle is rather common, and a few others. So they're ranked on a system where you may get some more than others.
Yeah, I think actually this image used for the Bullet Ant was one of my images.
You took that picture?
Yep.
That's pretty cool.
Pretty sweet.
All right, so we officially have 4 of the 25 cards, but you've got a handful of. It doesn't count the ones you already have.
Well,
though.
this is for my collection.
That's for your collection, but we're going to try to put together an entire collection while doing live streams. But the way to get the Brave Wilderness trading cards is to get the adventure kit,
Right.
and I think they're also putting the cards out separately as their own thing. 'Cause
Oh,
you only
that's
get
gonna be awesome.
you get 2
Yeah.
packs of cards per adventure kit, but if you guys are like me, I was buying basketball cards by the dozens of packs.
Yeah,
so.
same here.
Okay,
Excellent.
hold on. We got a couple of other things coming in here. This one comes in from the Standard Shark. And the Standard Shark says, "Boo, I have a lot of money. Look, Coyote."
Oh, well.
It's a pretty good donation. And actually, what's cool about today's donations
right.
is that they're going towards giant salamander research. We are donating. So I don't even know what you call these. They're top chat. So to do chop chat, you guys send in or donate dollars or tens of dollars, like from Yaman Abraham here, who says, "Who is the old guy that comes with you on your live tour?" That's Gary. Gary is awesome. Big shout out to Gary.
Yeah.
And they're also asking, "Coyote, do I have 2 kids?" No, I have 1 kid, and Mario has no kids. But all of the donations today through Top Chat are going to giant salamander research.
Absolutely. This is something, these segments that we created with giant salamanders, the aim is to obviously showcase the species, but to actually bring awareness to the plight of the salamanders. And everything that we're doing now is to hopefully raise some money for the conservation efforts.
Right, and what's cool about the live stream that I don't think we realized, remember the first, so this is our 3rd live stream.
Yes.
The first time we did live stream, these Top Chat things started popping up, I was like, what are these dollars? I don't understand what's happening. We're like, well, how do we utilize that for conservation, for education? So we specifically said, okay, well with this one, so every time one of you chimes in and does a Top Chat, whether you're giving $1, $10, I think you can even give like $100, all of those proceeds are going to giant salamander research.
That's awesome.
It's pretty
That's
cool.
Amazing.
I mean, we might raise $500 for giant salamander research right now. And believe it or not, even the smallest amount goes a really long ways for these guys that run the Hanzaki Institute where we work.
Definitely. I mean, these researchers sometimes lack even sufficient funds to purchase boots and equipment. So anything will definitely help their cause.
Okay, we got a Top Chat in here from Sean Farley, and he says, "Coyote, have you ever thought about doing a video with the Keystone Elk Country Alliance?" I didn't even know that was a thing, but we've never done an elk episode.
No, we have not.
I really want to do an elk episode where we search for sheds. Now, little teaser, we shot our first winter wilderness episode yesterday.
Right.
Myself and Mario went out to track mammals in the snow. It was a lot more difficult than we thought it would be, and it was 10 degrees, which is crazy because today, if you look outside the windows, it is 45 degrees and raining. Yesterday, it was 10 degrees
Right.
and everything was frozen.
I don't understand this Ohio weather. I'm from
Crazy.
Florida, and it's hot, but it's consistent.
Right.
Right? This is like all over the place.
Ohio, we are
Yeah.
always all over the place. But point back to the elk thing is that a certain time of year you can go out and look for elk antler sheds. Yesterday we went searching for white-tailed deer sheds.
Yeah.
I'm not going to give away the end of the episode and let you guys know what happened. That one comes out in February. But I like this idea of maybe working with the Keystone Elk Alliance to not only
Sure.
see these animals in the wild, but of course to have that treasure hunt of searching for sheds.
That'd be pretty neat.
Because it's like a treasure hunt.
Can we maybe not do it in the winter, or?
I think it's got to be in the winter. Pretty sure it's got to be winter. Tony Baker says, keep it up. Love everything you do. Always a fan. Thank you so much, Tony. And Tony made a little donation to Salamander Research.
Oh, wow.
Really appreciate it,
Thank
Tony.
you, Tony. That's
super
amazing.
cool. Super cool. So let's talk a little bit more about the Japanese giant salamander.
Right.
I mean, this was the first time either of us have worked with an amphibian of this size. Second largest salamander or amphibian in the world, correct?
Correct, yeah. So first being the Chinese giant salamander, which very similar to the Japanese giant salamander. In fact, they're in the same family. Before we worked with the giant salamander, we worked with the hellbender here in the U.S., which is actually in the same family as those two salamanders. And the hellbender was a good, I guess, indication of what to expect when working with these species, because they're very slippery and it's hard to actually film them. It's quite a challenge to film a salamander, believe it or not.
So this is the toy salamander that I got in Japan, or actually you and Mark found for me in the treasure hunt. That's about the size of a hellbender right there. And this is a Japanese giant salamander, a juvenile.
Yes.
The actual big ones are like huge, right? Can go
Yes.
up to 5 feet in length.
Right, and we have several segments that came out of Japan, and in one of those segments we worked with a captive salamander that was enormous. I mean, we can't really give anything away, right?
No,
Because
that
it was-
episode comes out on Sunday.
Yeah, I mean, it was big. It weighed maybe close to 50 pounds.
It is the largest Japanese giant salamander that is on record in Japan.
Yeah.
The Great Osanshiro.
Yeah.
And that episode comes out on Sunday. So
Right.
the back-to-back content that we have with Japanese giant salamanders, and specifically wanting to promote the conservation of the species, is honestly, I think, some of the coolest content we've ever produced.
I think it might be my favorite content of 2019. But then
It's
again,
the beginning of 2019, and we got a long ways to go. Okay, we got a top chat here from Lauren Fanchui, and she says, can I get a shout out? What's up, Lauren? She sprained her ankle 2 days ago, and it would make her day. Ooh, ankle sprains, not good. Yesterday, I slipped and fell on the ice and literally fell through a pocket of ice into water. Fortunately, it was shallow water, but we got that all on camera, and I think it's going to actually make it in that episode. Fortunately, I didn't sprain an ankle.
Hope you healed up fast.
Yes, thanks for writing in. All right, we got another one from Wicked Wildlife, and they say, good day. Do you plan on coming back to Australia? I noticed you didn't include any of our venomous snakes in your videos. As a matter of fact, our first big trip for Animal Planet is going to be in Australia. We leave in February. We will be there for 6 weeks producing content. And yes, venomous snakes actually were strategically left off the list the first time we went there because we knew we wanted to save something to come back from.
Right. Pre-production is currently underway. We've got a species list, and it's going to be epic. We're going to cover a lot of ground in Australia in that 6 weeks of time.
I think there are close to 65 animals on the species list. Everything from saltwater crocodiles to Tasmanian devils. Obviously, venomous snakes, thorny devils. Funnel webs. Like, if you name it and it's in Australia, we're going to be there. And what's cool is that we're going to go further into the outback than we've ever gone before.
Right.
Last time when we filmed the sand monitor and the lace monitor, we were in Meandara, which was kind of right on the cusp of becoming true outback. This time we're going even further than before. It's going to be pretty cool.
So we'll see you there, mate.
All right, so we got one here from Erin Martell, and Erin says, you guys have been a huge part of my daughter's love for wildlife, and she's a big fan, as am I. would you say hi to Scarlett, please? Hi, Scarlett! Thanks
up,
for
Scarlett?
watching the Brave Wilderness channel and being a brave member of the Coyote Pack. And thank you, Aaron, for donating to Giant Salamander Research today. Got another one here from XLAWZZ. Not even going to try to pronounce that one. Loves our work. Would we ever go hunting for the infamous nooch catfish? Is that how you pronounce that?
Maybe.
thought-
Gotcha.
I know which one. Jeremy Wade did an
Yes.
episode. I think it's that's not how you pronounce it though. It's
It's in Europe, right?
yeah.
Or is it in Russia?
I'm not sure.
I think it's
LAWZZ, where is that found? I know which one you're talking about though,
Yeah.
because Jeremy Wade has filmed with it for River Monsters, and we definitely want to feature that one.
We haven't really featured that much fish because fish are quite a challenge to film. I mean, it's hard to capture by hand and capture in a way that we're going to safely, without hurting the animal,
Right.
present to the camera.
Well, and my big thing has always been, to be honest, we didn't know how the audience would accept me using a fishing pole, right? I mean, most of the time fish are not injured at all with a fishing pole because they have almost no sensitive organs in their lips when you catch a fish. But everything we've ever done is mostly done by hand.
Yeah.
So we're conceptualizing ways for maybe me to work with some professional anglers, Jeremy Wade, hint, hint, to go out and actually do some episodes on things like alligator gar, arapaima, some of these
Arapaima,
larger fish species that, yes, we do want to get up close for the cameras. Okay, got another one here from Johannes Lundgren. They ask, have you guys ever thought about doing a video in Scandinavia or Sweden?
Wow.
That would be a cool spot to do some episodes. Very cold there, right?
Yeah, there is a lot of species of reptiles, believe it or not, in Europe.
Okay.
Like adders. There's these beautiful adders that are in Europe.
Which
and I
are venomous
believe-
snake, for anybody
Yeah.
to know what an adder is.
Yeah, venomous snake species, and they're all black. They're really cool. So I think they're found in those regions, potentially in Sweden.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, yeah. I mean, I would love to do something in Sweden at some point. And I think now that we're collaborating with now that we're partnered with Animal Planet, we'll be doing more and more content that is even further spread throughout the globe. And I know one question that everybody's always having is like, well, are you guys still going to be producing for YouTube? Yes, guys, just to reiterate, we are constantly going to be producing for YouTube. We're trying to diversify the channel. You and Mark are now starting to produce some content in front of the camera, both with animals and with other cultural stuff, gear-oriented stuff.
Right.
I'm going to continue to make plenty of appearances on the YouTube channel, but I'm sure as everybody understands, a lot of my bandwidth ends up going to now producing the television series as well.
Right, but we are definitely in our schedules setting time to make YouTube content. So we're going to Australia and producing Animal Planet content, but also anytime we have, we'll be doing YouTube stuff, and especially behind the scenes.
Yep.
I really enjoy behind the scenes footage of like documentaries and such. So I think, will be getting more of behind the scenes approach of how we create segments. Yeah.
I think one thing that a lot of people don't understand is how long it takes to produce some of these segments. So
Right.
let's go back to the Japanese giant salamander. Getting an animal like that up close for the cameras and telling the right story takes a lot of work. It also has to do with seasonality. We had to be in Japan at exactly the right time to get these salamanders when they were active. It just so happened that was also a good time to be there for hornets
Yeah.
and a number of other species.
And it was also typhoon season, right? Yeah, the most important aspect of working with these species or filming any species is the seasonality. And sometimes it takes us a while to get to a location and feature that animal, but eventually we will.
Yeah.
Just given the right amount of time. Yeah.
Well, the other day when we produced this winter wilderness episode, one of the biggest challenges was saying, well, how do we create an episode where we can't actually catch and get an animal up close for the cameras? We were tracking mammals, but you don't catch mammals. Any mammals that we have worked with for the most part in episodes have been animals that are raised in captivity or rescued animals at sanctuaries. Because let me tell you what you don't want to do. Go out and try to catch a mink or a raccoon or something like that. You'll get completely mauled.
Yeah, and that's why we actually also feature a lot of reptiles, amphibians, and insects. Because believe it or not, as much we also have a fascination with them, but they're easier to handle and to feature. That cute little raccoon that you see is not so cute when you pick it up.
Yeah, and it shows its snarly teeth, and you get, a face full of claws and teeth. Okay, we got another top chat here from Harrison Killip Mornay. I'm so bad at pronouncing these names. Like, I have to, sound them out. And Harrison asks, I've been watching for almost 2 years. Stay safe and keep going. Awesome. Well, thank you, Harrison, and thank you for donating to Japanese giant salamander conservation today. So much cool stuff to look forward to hanging up in the coming months. Right now, I think you said at the beginning, we're in pre-production for Animal Planet. And to give you guys a little bit more insight, we're producing an extensive amount of content for them this year. Mm-hmm. I don't think I'm allowed to say exactly how many episodes, but let's say it's more work than we've ever taken on in the past. I don't think we could be more excited because some of these places that we're going to get to travel to, with Australia being the first location, it's going to be epic.
Yeah, certainly, for example, Australia, we only hit the tip of the iceberg when we first went. It's such a large continent. So now we actually have the time to really spread out throughout the country. Mm-hmm. And I think you guys are going to be very happy with the content we get.
Absolutely. Yeah. We got another top chat here from No. Screen name just No. N-O. What's up, No? And No is asking, hey, Coyote Mario, do you guys have any advice for a college student double majoring in film and biology? Man, that's like a combination of you and me together. And can you tell us anything about the show Mario's going to be hosting? Great. Two great questions. Well, certainly being able to double in film and biology is a huge workload.
Yeah.
As you guys know, I went to school for film and television, writing, production, and directing. My knowledge of animals is self-taught. It's a hobby that I've honed since I was a little kid. But you really are the true wildlife biologist of our team.
Yeah, I went to school for biology, got a degree in that, and it was a challenge. Certainly some of the classes in the science field are challenging, the calculuses, the organic chemistry, and so on. And to double major in both film and biology, that can be a little challenging.
Right.
But here's the beauty of it. I think they both go hand in hand, obviously, as you see with us. Mm-hmm. But maybe if you focus on the one that you have more of a passion for, and then you can do the other one on the side, potentially. What's kind of good about both those fields is you can learn about wildlife and nature on your own, and you can learn about film on your own as well. Certainly getting a degree in either one would be great to help you have that credibility. But, you're going to have to work hard, and that's not a problem because when you work hard, you will get some positive results.
Yeah, I would say my best advice is to just crush out both majors and send us your resume when you're done because you're going to be perfectly primed to come work for Brave Wilderness at that point. Hopefully that gives you some motivation.
Nice.
And we do hire people. People always want to know, how do I get a job with Brave Wilderness? Well, we've built Brave Wilderness off of hiring unique individuals that are experts in their field or that show a lot of good drive and ambition. And now as we're getting into the creation of television shows as well as YouTube content, we're growing and growing constantly.
Yeah, I think key is ambition and drive. If you have that ambition and drive, then you can accomplish anything and definitely work hard and pursue both majors, and you'll be a force to be reckoned with.
That's right. Yeah. So I got another top chat here from Nep. We went from No to Nep, and Nep wants to know if are we ever going to go on tour again, and will we come to Vienna? Well, we did the tour for the first Brave Adventures book. The good news is Brave Adventures 2 is in the works right now. The illustrations are halfway finished, and the writing, I'm a little behind on the writing right now, but I would have to say that it's going to be there in time. The book comes out in September. Right. At least that's the slated date for release is Brave Adventures 2 coming out in September. But the whole reason for me mentioning any of that is that tour. When are we going on tour again? Tour is going to happen again this fall to promote Animal Planet and the new book. And I think probably season 2 of Jurassic World Explorers as well, which is also, oh my gosh, we've got
busy.
So much that we are doing this year. It is absolutely crazy.
The tours are super fun. I think they have been the highlight of my years working with Brave Wilderness because we get to meet you guys.
Yep.
And it's so much fun. So I'm looking forward to our next tour as well.
Yeah. We got another top chat here from Shiny. Not going to even try to pronounce that last name. Hello from Scotland. How's it going, Shiny? Don't know if we saw your last one. I don't know what that means, but been watching for 2 years. Keep up the awesome work. Well, I love it when we get people writing in from places like Scotland. It's like, you know,
Yeah.
we're here in Columbus, Ohio, and when you run into people from other countries or people writing from other countries, and you know that other countries are watching the content, it's pretty special. We really appreciate it, guys.
Yeah, it shows that there's that global impact, which is quite amazing.
We got another one here from Johannes, and Johannes is saying, "Hey, it's me again. I would love to see you guys doing a video about the lynx."
Oh, nice.
We did the bobcat at one point in
Yeah.
time, of course, working with one in captivity, and I definitely think that a lynx is an animal that we want to feature on the channel at some point.
Sure. There's lynx in Europe that I think are pretty rare. I think there's I believe a Russian link that could be something fun
Lynx.
too. Lynx.
Link is
Lynx.
the character from Zelda.
Link.
Lynx.
Maybe we
Yeah,
could be Link as we're
Dress up
finding
like
lynx.
Link looking for lynx.
Yes.
So, all right, guys, we're winding down to the end of the live stream for today. But again, the big purpose of this one was to raise some funding for Japanese giant salamander conservation, and also to promote the fact that our first Japanese giant salamander episode comes out this Friday,
Right.
7 o'clock Eastern time on the Brave Wilderness channel. A second episode comes out on Sunday, and then I think a third one the Friday after that. So
Right.
lots of awesome content coming up, and getting to work with Okada Sensei and BushidoJapan.com is the website to visit. And what's cool is that what we went out and did, other people can go out and do. You can actually
Right.
team up with the Hanzaki Institute. Your donations help provide them with the funding they need to
Right.
continue the research, and you can go out on an eco tour with their team to actually see salamanders in the wild.
That's quite amazing. In fact, you can actually potentially see or find some of the salamanders that we found in those areas. They do have their little territory, so
Right.
that'd be actually kind of cool.
Which I guess that's a pretty big trip to be like, I'm going on an ecotourism trip to Japan to see salamanders.
But
That's a big one.
That's a big one. But when you're in Japan, you could do all this other stuff, like get stung by a Japanese giant
No,
hornet.
no,
sorry.
no.
That's you.
There are other great sights to
Yeah.
see when in Japan. It is a beautiful,
Yes.
beautiful country. And it was so much fun for us to be there. And actually, it kind of has my gears going. Maybe we could do some sort of fundraiser for ecotourism with the giant salamanders at some point and actually bring some members of the Coyote pack out there with us.
That'd be pretty neat.
That'd be pretty cool. Like we
Yeah.
did the golden ticket adventure thing.
Right, yeah.
All right, we're gonna have to take that one
Write
back to
that
the
down.
producer. Yeah, guys, write that one down. Ecotourism with the Coyote pack for Japanese giant salamanders. Okay, I think we got time for one last top chat. This one comes in from Corbin Collar, and he says, "What is a great college to get a biology degree?" Any college that offers a biology degree, I would say.
I would say any college that offers a degree in biology.
Yeah. It's kind of your degree is what you make of it.
Yeah.
The books and the research, and certainly it has to do with the teachers, but it's what you put into your major that's going to turn it into
Absolutely. That's a great way of putting it. Once you have your degree, then you run with it. The schooling is the first part, and then what you do after is on your own.
Yeah, very cool. All right, guys. Well, that is going to wrap up this live stream.
That went by really fast.
It does go by fast.
Yeah.
We're going to have to do one of these for an hour at some point. We're getting better at it, though. Let us know what you guys think in the comment section. Did the camera look better? Was the audio better? It doesn't feel like there was any glitchiness.
Yeah.
I think we're still getting better just
smooth.
talking live into the camera. And
Yeah.
I don't know about the frame, though. We might have to come up with something different for the framing.
I think it's cool. It kind of shows outside. And
Yeah. Well, now you're just seeing a different part of my office, like the cool octopus poster back there, and some of my other art. Well, there's some King of Sting books. Those aren't even my books. Those are the ones that I have to autograph and we have to still send out.
Gotcha.
I'm in the process of it, guys. In the process. All right. So I don't know how to click off and end the live stream. So I'm just going to wave and say goodbye and then sit here awkwardly and stare at the camera.
See you guys.